My left on the end, president of the Community Foundation, to speak a little bit about this partnership and the Iowa tax credits. And then we're going to turn it over to Kelly Mulford, who is our contributor and Powerball winner. And Kelly will take questions during the press conference, but he will not do questions once we're done with the press conference. So Les, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Lois. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's an even greater pleasure to be a partner with United Way and with Kelly in making this endowment gift possible. First, I want to commend Kelly for his commitment to the community, as evidenced by this gift and by his long-standing dedication to the United Way. We're really proud of that and proud to acknowledge it. This gift, as Lois has indicated, is an endowment gift, and because of that, Kelly's commitment to the United Way will continue forever. The endowment gift, will generate an annual contribution to the United Way in perpetuity. And we are pleased to be a partner with that, and we're pleased as well to bring to the table as we build the United Way's endowment the Endow Iowa Tax Credit Program. Iowa is the only state in the nation that offers a 25% credit against state income taxes for a gift made to an endowment fund at a community foundation in the state. And we're delighted to offer that to this community. We're delighted to use it in the service of the United Way, and we are very, very pleased to be here and to thank Kelly for a remarkable gesture.
Well, thank you, sir. Thanks, Les. Well, I guess it's my turn now. So my name's Kelly Mulford. I'm a 36-year employee of Quaker Oats in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and yes, I'm one of the shipping 20. There's something that I want to add. It's Annie and I that have made sure that the community of Cedar Rapids is going to benefit from our gift. My wife Annie is on vacation today, and so I'm here alone, but not in my heart, so she's here. But one of the reasons Annie and I looked at giving back to the community is because, number one, I've lived here all my life, and I've been a supporter of the community for years. But through United Way, since I started at Quaker back in '76, I just always gave something, an hour a month, which was a fair share gift to our campaign. As my time grew, my whiskers grew grayer, I realized that I could do a little bit more, and I became a little more involved with United Way. I was lucky enough to be chosen as one of the loaned executives back in the late 90s, and ran a couple of pretty successful campaigns within local businesses, and helped raise our goal those 2 years I was a loaned executive. So I mean, it was really a full immersion into United Way then, and then I was a board member for a couple years, and then my life changed. Things sort of made a few hiccups, and there was time for me to need some of the agencies. And, I don't tell those stories often, so I'm not going to tell them now. But knowing that your agencies are out there, the United Way agencies are out here to help everybody, made a difference in my life and in my family's life during those tough years. And I sort of got out of being involved in the United Way during those years, but I was always a giver. I always did give through the payroll deduction. Well, okay, enough of that. Fast forward, let's go to June 13th this year. I'm sitting in the break room, and I've got our Powerball numbers. There's a group of 20 of us that had gotten copies of our tickets. And as I got on the webpage for the Iowa Powerball, the Iowa Lottery, I saw the Powerball numbers, and I thought somebody was pulling our leg. I can't tell you some of the words that were coming out because we were going nuts. It was crazy. We realized it was real. The money was there in our hands. Well, not really, but we realized, wow, we won. There's that woohoo that comes on when you win. Well, we heard it. And in our heads, and we had a blast. I mean, we were flying around. I especially, it was flying pretty high. I had to, I had to get reined in a little bit. My wife had just moved back or down from Minnesota and gotten a job with the city of Cedar Rapids. The story goes, she worked for 33 years for the state of Minnesota at the School for the Blind and Deaf up there in Faribault. Moved down to Iowa, got a job with the city of Cedar Rapids for 8 days, and I carried her off the job after we won the Powerball. Okay, so we're flying high. We finally got our feet on the ground and started getting our people involved. And I say our people, I'm talking about my ex-wife Teresa helped us get some people lined up. She has a business in town, and it's a great way to sort of part of the story. But the key thing about it was we started to get our ducks in a row. We got our financial advisors talking to us about what happens next. Annie and I both have always given back to the community, and it was a no-brainer. We didn't have to think much about what we were doing when we decided to make a gift back to the United Way. Annie also is a supporter for the American Lung Association up in Minnesota. There's a lot of things that we have thought about, but United Way was something that wasn't too far from our hearts right away. So when we looked at our financials and with the help of Les and Lois and other people looking at where the gifts would do the most good and how we can make it stretch out, we decided to give back through the Greater Cedar Rapids Foundation. It was a tax break. It was a neat thing that's offered no place else that I know of. And so why not give back to the community even more than what the original gift was. So the gift that Annie and I will be giving forever now will be between $3,000 and $4,000 a year, and that's to help the Willis Day homeless shelter, the kids that are in Girl Scouts, the people that are in need of some legal service and can't afford it. It's all the agencies that are so well managed by the United Way that we're giving back to, and it makes my heart feel good that we're able to do that. By the grace of God, we won the lottery. I say that because, and I don't say I pray for a lottery win, but it was something that was given to us, so let us do something good with it. Just so you know, we had fun too. We did have a good time. We bought a car. It's a used car, so you might see us driving around in it, but it's a new to us car. And then Annie and I are travelers, and we like to help our families, and we're both retiring. Annie retired from the state. I will be retiring from Quaker, and after 36 years I have worked with the great people of Quaker Oats in Cedar Rapids, and I got to say, it'll be tough to leave, but Minnesota's good, and I'll always be the guy with the Hawkeyes shirt on up in Minnesota, so it'll be a little tough.
You mentioned what the actual cash gift was?
The gift that Annie and I gave is $75,000. Some of that would be matched by PepsiCo. And then through the Greater Cedar Rapids Foundation, the gift will give forever. And I'd say in perpetuity, but I always skip that word because I screw up. So anyway, that's our story. I'm going to stick to it. So I really got to say, these folks at United Way, everybody in the room that's associated with United Way, have been great. I got to say this too. If you've got $1, if you got $5, if you got $10 to give to United Way, great. If you have a chance to, maybe give a little more this year. There's a lot of need in our community. Since 2008, 4 years to the day that our lottery ticket was won, we had the flood in 2008 crest. So look at the date, 2013 and 2012 and 2008 on the 13th of June. There's been a lot of changes, but there still needs some more help out there. There's a need in our communities. So I urge each and every one of you that haven't made a decision on a gift, look at the United Way, look at the Greater Cedar Rapids Foundation, or just write a check for $10 or whatever that you can afford to help us, help our community. That's good.
Do questions now?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly, you mentioned at one point needing the services of United Way. Have you noticed a need? You've lived in Cedar Rapids your whole life. Have you noticed a need in the community? Is that why you wanted to really contribute this year especially?
Well, you know, I guess there's always something out there. You know, the agencies are so, you know, broad that, you know, like I said, it really doesn't matter what kind of income level you're at. You're going to need some agency at some time in your life, or a friend. There's nobody in this room that can't say that somebody they know or somebody close to them or themselves has used a United Way agency at some point in their lives. So it's always been in my mind. So the gift of the lottery win is really sort of let's give back to the community type of thing too. It's a win-win for everybody. So.
If you could tell us about maybe the other members of your Shipping 20. People always say they're going to donate to charity when they win the lottery. It seems like you guys are actually doing that. Why was that so important for the group to do after?
Well, I don't know anything about the rest of the group, and I can't speak for anybody else in the Shipping 20. I would say that I know personally most of everybody in the group. So the decision is a personal choice. Speaking for myself and my wife Annie, we chose United Way because we see the benefit to the community and how it's well organized, and the funds are put to work for the community, not some, you know. It's right here. It's right here in all our counties. So, yeah. As far as the rest of the group, I'm sure they're doing their thing, but I don't know. They're going to know what I'm doing. So, yeah. So much for the secret.
Well, that was my next question. You just mentioned it. Knowing that the United Way funds of East Central Iowa stay right here in the community, was that a big part of it for you?
Yeah. I mean, that's a huge part of giving back to the community, but. And that's one of the reasons we looked at the American Lung Association. But I also have other charities that I'm giving to, the church here, and there's a little dog race that I've been involved with, the Iditarod, and I've been a volunteer for years that I'll be writing a check for them. Which is, I mean, I could talk about Alaska. If you guys start me on Alaska, look out. But, you know, so I mean, yeah, the funds up there go to a different type of thing. But that's the fun thing about it, is that we were able to choose the different donations that we wanted to. But this was the key one for me, and I think that's was a deciding factor, yes, that it stays here in the community. And like I say, anybody in this room I could see, we've all been affected by one of the agencies and helped by one of the agencies at one time or another.
All right, last one from me. I won't drill you.
All right, good.
Oh gosh, I think I just forgot it. Oh no, I got it.
Okay.
I remember now. You guys, I mean, you went through a lot of trouble to keep your identities secret. Why come out today? Why be a part of this press conference? Why make this donation today? And why come out and be public about it?
Well, again, I can't speak for the Quaker or Shipping 20. I only speak for myself. What I felt the need to say to the community is that the United Way could use an influx right now, and why not? This is the time of year to give. You know, and that wasn't the reason we came out with this story right now. It's because, you know what, it's a good time of year to think about giving back. And you know, in my heart, I feel this is something that I feel a real good thing is going to come out of it.